Hi, I'm TK the Tardigrade, also known as Terry Kim Mason. What do? I thrive. I thrive daily because for over a decade I have just fought to stay alive. I have been close to death so many times I don't even want to count it. I have more lives than a cat has. This sickness has led me to having autonomy and getting control back of my own body. When the top doctors in the world can't figure me out, as the top otoneurologist said, TK, I don't know what's wrong with you. Honestly, I'm not smart enough, my team of doctors isn't smart enough, and technology isn't fast enough to figure you out. Until then, it's up to you. What do you mean it's up to me? I have the best hospital in the world, the top doctor in the world saying, we don't know what's wrong with you. We don't know what's killing you, so it's up to you. That was like the worst day of my life. I hit rock bottom. And at the same time, it's the worst thing a doctor ever said to me and the best thing because it gave me control again. And I started diving deep to be like, I'm too young to go. I have a little girl to look after, and I'm going to do everything in my power, under God's power, to survive. And not only have I survived, but I started to thrive. And in all of this, I discovered God's plan for me, and that I thought that I was just here to write a book, but I'm here for so much more. I'm launching my own company called Outlier Healing, where I can be an inspirational speaker and a coach for a wellness and trauma coach for the sick, because I want to teach other sick people that we just don't have to survive, we can actually thrive, and that we don't have to buy into those labels that doctors put on us, or labels like cancer, dysautonomia, that's one of the problems I have, cervical dystonia, you name it. Like, we are more than just labels, and the society is just getting too used to putting a label on everything to define us, and we get to choose and we get to define ourselves. And today I'm defining myself. I started my company and I'm just getting out there because my voice has to be heard. Who do I do this for? Well, honestly, my voice is for everyone because I'm an inspiration for everyone, but I'm targeting other sick people, other people who have been suffering with debilitating diseases, with especially invisible diseases, because we have been ignored, we have been ridiculed, we are being looked over, and so many people are sick and lost, sitting on the bench in the shadows, just waiting for hope. There's so many hopeless people out there who are sick, and they don't think that there is an answer or anything. And I'm here to tell you that I want to be a voice for the vulnerable, because there is so much more to life than just being sick, and that even though we're still sick, I'm still sick, I'm undiagnosed, we can thrive. And that's mind-blowing. Like, we get to choose. Am I what the doctors say I am? Am I cancer? Am I dysautonomia? Am I POTS? Am I cervical dystonia? You know, what do I do? What are some of my outcomes? My outcomes is that I've survived 7 cryptogenic strokes. Cryptogenic means they don't know what caused them. The last stroke I had was in ICU, being put through a CAT scan at the time while they were recording my 7th stroke. And they didn't know what was causing them, and they still don't. I survived a 7-centimeter blood clot in my left leg, and they have no idea how I'm even alive. I've survived, and my outcomes also are that, you know, having strokes, there's been times where I could only walk like maybe 10 steps. And I've trained myself and reprogrammed my brain to be greater than I am, to not let my pain rule me. I set a goal on May 10th, 2021 to walk 10,000 steps a day, because I thought, what could I do in 1 year that could improve my health? What would my life look like? What would I feel like in 1 year? Well, this May 10th is going to be my 4th year of 10,000 steps a day. That's almost 5 miles a day I've taken, no matter sickness or health. When I'm about to go to the hospital, to go to the ER, I look at my watch and I go, wow, I haven't hit 10,000 steps yet. I better go find a way to get 10,000 steps before I can go to the ER, because if they admit me in, they're not going to let me take those steps. So I have fought through COVID, through pain, through sickness, through constant dizziness, every single day to choose myself to do 10,000 steps. And that's what I've done. I want to be a beacon of hope, of resiliency, that those who are sick, we can do so much more. It's just all in our head. It's all a mindset. And we just can't buy into that pain. And that's what I want to tell the world. What have I accomplished? I've accomplished dizziness. I've conquered dizziness and nausea for over 3 years, and no one knew what to do. But I cured it myself by the things that I do, by developing this ball theory that I did that got me out of this dizziness. I have my army of doctors asking me, TK, what are you doing? What have you done to be able to go off of 16 drugs down to only 6 drugs? I should be on heart medicines for the rest of my life. And the doctor's like, I don't get it. Your watch is broken. How did you get 66,000 steps on Monday? And I'm like, I just walked the Grand Canyon rim to rim in just over 12 hours and showed up here for his next round of testing. And you know what it proved? We can do anything we set our mind to. Man, it's just an obstacle that we need to conquer and climb over. And if people don't have the hope or think they can, then I've got all the hope and resiliency for them until they realize that they can. And that's what I'm all about. I've sort of answered your questions, because what am I? Outlier healing, I want to build programs, which I'm just starting to do now, on what it is that I did to help other sick people. But I am not just for the sick. I have inspired friends. I started when I was at the sickest time of my life, and I just started getting a life coach. I was like, did this program where it was like, get off the bench. That's what it was called. And what could I do? So I challenged myself to make a challenge. And instead of doing an easy 3-day challenge, I'm like, I'm going to do a 64-day challenge, because it takes 63 days to build a new neural pathway in our head. And you'll learn all about that if you choose me. And that's what I did. And so I built a 64-day program. Every day I wrote a new thing, I recorded something, or I wrote it and I put it on every single day. And at the end of 64 days, maybe it was day 68, people were emailing me and texting me on Facebook saying, I really miss you in the morning with my coffee. Like, you have all these pearls of wisdom, and now all of a sudden I don't have anything. Where are you? So that's what I'm about. I'm about to inspire. I just did the craziest thing in Canada at Christmas. I bought some child-size cross-country skis, because I thought, what a great workout that would be to cross-country ski on the sand. And so I did that. I went and I bought brand new boots. The skis were used, and minus 20-degree boots. And I went out 2 weeks ago to try it out for the first time. And guess what? You can cross-country ski on the sand. And I did that. And I even have a video of doing it. And I would love to send it to you. So that's what I'm about, inspiration. I'm about like walking. When I did this challenge, I had, even this year, I still have people coming to me to be like, TK, you're so inspirational. I'm going through this right now, and that's not even a fraction of what you've been through. And I think to myself, if TK can do that and she can do 10,000 steps a day, then surely I can get through this. And that's the inspiration I've done. So I reach people, even the healthy people. But my heart is really to help the sick, because I go on all these boards on Facebook and I see the hopelessness of people who are suffering from their diseases. One of the problems I also have, in 2016, I fell on my head and I developed cervical dystonia. And what that is my head was stuck in this position for years. And in the last 2 years of learning about neuroplasticity, I have reprogrammed myself. I'm still crooked, right? Hey, that's what's going to attract me. I am different than everybody else. I have a nervous system problem, and I have tremors, and I have some tics, and people look at me and think I'm a freak. But you know what? People look at me, and that's free advertising that God's given me. I never wanted to be out in the public and speaking. I'm type A. You can bring me into any bar, any party, and I will get along with anyone, and I can talk to anyone. But I did not want to be in front of the mic because of they called it Tourette's, but I don't have Tourette's. It's a nervous system problem that they can't figure out. And now I have cervical dystonia, so I look even more freaky, because look, my head is tilted. Like, I have to go like this. And, right now this is pulling here, but I don't accept it. And I have done the impossible. The doctor said that there's nothing we can do for cervical dystonia. We have to teach you how to learn and manage the pain. That wasn't good enough for me. So instead of my head being stuck here forever, I've amazed the doctors to be like, how did you do that? How am I looking into this camera right now? Before I used to hold my head like this and talk. But you know what? Let people see me. Let people see that I'm different, because everyone is different and we all got to just shine. I am a vessel for God's light to shine through. And I want to help inspire people and get them off the couch. I want to help educate them about the brain, about neuroplasticity, about their circulatory system, about the vagus nerve, about our nervous system, and about how we can bring healing to our own selves. I sound like a freaky, crazy person, but that's me. I am loud, I'm bold, I'm colorful, and I'm unafraid, and I'm unapologetic for who I am, because I am perfect in God's eye, and everything that I used to hate about myself is what has made me who I am today. And everybody needs to learn that it's okay to be who we are in the own skin, who we are meant to be. So I thank you for this time, and I look forward to hearing back from you. TK the Tardigrade out, and don't forget, keep on stepping. Thank you.